Your worst decisions will haunt you.
I don't know what these dudes are saying here. I can't understand. Are they switching? Huh. Team seems pretty bad.
Feel the thorns embrace.
Yeah. Hang on.
Oh, here's her milk. She doesn't drink any of it.
Boned.
I asked her what the milk cup was because all of her notes are in the cup.
I guess we'll try this out. I'm not really. I really like the Dark Harvest where you can have Ulti Hunter plus Presence of Mind, but it seems like that's even less valuable now that she has a base cooldown of 110 versus 130. I'm not gonna be here forever.
You'll be here before I will in the afternoon.
I'll be here at maybe 4.
I'll be here at 6. It's a little one.
I won't be here though. I won't actually be here till like 9:30 p.m.
Can't bring down laundry.
I might go do that.
Stabs.
Did it reset my my emotes? Swear to God, I'm rioting if it reset my emotes. Yeah.
Come closer.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab the chat here in a second. I'm just gonna have to ward this. No.
30 seconds until
Dude,
minions
I don't want to invade this guy. It's too late.
The forest
Right, maybe.
holds many surprises.
Minions have spawned.
Things aren't always what they seem.
Alright, well. Got a lot of movement speed off of that. Feels like I've already got Mobies with Relentless. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Relentless, man. I think Relentless definitely can be good. Sorry, I don't have the chat up yet because that went on. But I'll pull it up on my next back. I forgot to put it up beforehand.
Wait until
What?
my
Why are all those... Why are they focusing me? Okay, Springar's up top. Rengar should still be top, I think. Oh, and those seeds went away like right when I was trying to do my thing. Okay, Rengar's middle. Now he's coming down here.
so much more to see. My prey thinks it's
Dude, stun him. What? You not have his stun? He's level 3. Wait, does he not have a point-click stun anymore? Does he have to charge it up after, like, multiple hits or something? Okay, that's my bad. I thought he could point-click stun. I should have just flashed and eat him. So that was my bad then. If he can't get his stun quickly, I can't remember. I thought if he can't do it instantly, he can do it, like, pretty quickly. But maybe that's not correct. No. Don't doubt that. That's Alistar, man. Yeah, just do one more wave. I mean, I know he's not level 6 yet, but still, like... He's probably got his Aftershock. He might as well be level 6. Aftershock's a free Alistar... Whoa. Whoa. He's dangerous as hell. Like, both of them are difficult to dive.
Reveal.
I really want that.
Just a
I'm gonna get those boots. Alright, let me pull out chat here real quick. Hey, what's up, everybody?
so much more
Okay.
to see.
An ally has been slain.
A promising garden.
Yeah, I mean, Spell Pin is extremely good on Zyra. And that's just the cheapest way to get it. Also, movement's good because you just don't have any escape, so... How are we, like, losing momentum? We had 3 kills at level 1. This is getting rough. I mean, Pantheon's a pretty terrible jungler to begin with, but...
Come closer.
Especially if he doesn't have a point-click stun. I don't know what the hell's going on with that stun. That's one of his main perks, though, is that he has, like, an on-demand stun. We're only up 10 CS. What? Yeah, I guess we are up some plates.
An enemy has been slain.
Rengar's getting fed already. It's not good for business.
The forest holds many surprises.
Have you seen the picture from CA about Warhammer 2? I haven't. I don't know which picture you're talking about. Like, did they release... What do you mean picture? Is it like a flowchart of their next DLC?
Take careful steps.
I know they're not doing any more, like, new races. I've heard they're doing, like, 1 or 2 more Lord packs, but if it's something new, I don't know. You have to be a little bit more specific about what you mean. Wait, okay, he does have the stun. What? Shit, I missed him. Oh, God. Okay, so he does have an on-demand stun. Oh, I haven't seen it. I thought I heard they weren't doing a DLC. I mean, they should do,
An enemy has been slain.
I guess we'll get that, just because it's the more annoying component.
Wait until my seeds take root.
They should do the Arabic Empire. I forgot what it's called. Araby. In theory, but I heard they didn't want to do 2 Sand Empires. I thought maybe they do that for Unit 3, or for Unit 3. I've been working on my syllabus too much. For Warhammer 3. But I thought maybe there'd be some desert like in the new DLC, and maybe that's where they would put them. But yeah, I mean, it would make sense if they did one more piece of
Such a busy
like
world.
one more legendary, or like one more new race or something around around Christmas, and then they did like they released Warhammer 3 in spring, but I don't know their timeline. I'd be putting a hell of a lot of resources in a Total War Warhammer 2 if I was them, because their other stuff, especially Thrones Britannia, was just god awful. I really didn't like the Chinese one that much either.
An ally has been slain. Double kill. Shut down.
Absurd.
Killing spree.
Take 2 free tower shots. Just basically walked into a tower.
Things aren't always what they seem.
Irelia was missing, so I couldn't just go straight for couldn't just go straight for the tower there. I don't think. I mean, I could have, but it would have been really risky. Because Irelia could have been coming for me. I might be able to get it right here. We'll see. They're coming up soon, obviously. But, yeah.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, this, the new CDR is great.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Death is indeed.
Enemy has been slain.
Someone's coming, man. Yeah, there's Vlad.
7. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oh, okay. A legendary lord for Empire. That sounds cool. I mean, I like Empire.
Venture out.
Empire's had a lot of DLC, though, for being honest. I think in Warhammer 1 or Warhammer 2, there was, like, total DLC. There's been quite a bit. They added an Amethyst Wizard to them. They've added 2 Legendary Lords. I think, right? I'm trying to remember. Do they only have 3 legendary? Okay, they've got Balthazar, they've got Carl, they've got the religious guy.
Killing spree.
Is there not a 4th one? They all start in Reichland though. There's no unique start position for them, so. I guess it's 3. Need more dwarf DLC. I don't know, man. They've had a lot of dwarf DLC too. Okay, so Zyra got 20 seconds off of her ult cooldowns, and she got some mana cost reduction on her ult also. Which is kind of whatever, but the 20 seconds off of the timing on it is pretty massive. He's probably going to ult right through here, so we need to watch him.
Rampage.
Fuck. Seriously? One shot, one item? God, can they just like nerf assassins for real? I'm so sick of assassins. Every game. I even flashed. It's like literally in like 0.1 seconds. I guess Irelia tapped me with her ult, and then he jumps on me. So Irelia tapped me, and then like half a second later he jumps on me, and it's like instant death. Like he literally has Dustblade plus like 2 components of another item, like Tiamat. And he did like 1,200 damage in like 0.1 seconds. Just rolled his hand across the keyboard.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Like, he shouldn't be able to do that until he has like 3 items. Like, I don't think Assassin should be able to fully delete somebody like 100 to 0 in 0.1 seconds unless they have like 3 items. Or at least 2. Yeah, everybody loves the Assassins except for anyone who's playing any other class of champion. To me, I don't know. I don't know why people hate tanks. Like, I think Assassins are far, far more toxic. Just like, pretty much no counterplay to that other than, like, get a stopwatch, you know? Get 2,700 gold, and then he might kill you anyway. That, or, like, add more hybrid defensive items. I guess that would be an option. They're, like, reasonably priced. Really? Holy shit.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how, given what you just saw, you could say he's one of the worst on Insta Burst. Like, he literally killed me before I could even press the flash button. I mean, I guess I got the flash, but, you know, his auto attack gets to complete, of course, naturally. He gets to swing for, you know, 600 range once he started his motion. Because why not? Let's just make sure we get rid of literally every last inch of counterplay. So that if a melee champion starts their wind up on an auto attack, you get to finish it, even if you go out of range.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
It's been so bad for 9 seasons, so why can't they just, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess people don't have to play him. They should have just left him alone, and then that way, like, no one would even want to play him. Yeah, exactly. Stopwatch is not going to save you, which is why I don't get it. It'll save you, like, maybe once. Maybe. And who knows? He might even be able to kill you before you press stopwatch. He can certainly sit there for 2 seconds, then kill you after you wake up. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why I can go, like, 3-0-6, completely obliterate the lane as Zyra, but if they have an assassin on their team, you lose. The problem is in this meta, they're going to have like 3. I guess their team technically only has 1. Oh. We got a smite this time? Why are we doing Baron? I guess I should have looked last time why we didn't have smite. Did he accidentally smite somebody instead of smiting the Baron? Is that what happened? Oh, you guys flash. Yeah, I saw that spring shot. It was pretty cool. I thought the banning of faithless looting was... Yeah, I don't play Magic, but I still follow it some. Banning of faithless looting, I think, was pretty bold, but they said they're going to have to do it anyways. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that hits a lot of decks. They just, like, don't like the graveyard. They, like, restricted Golgari Troll in Vintage. I was like, what the... Like, is Dredge really that much of an issue? I don't know. I mean, it's just like, okay. I mean, it's cool they're bringing white blue back. I like the Stoneforge Mystic unbanned, but it's like, okay, you left Tron alone, which won the most recent Pro Tour. You left the Hardened Scales deck alone. You left the Jace deck alone. Yeah, but that was a long time ago. I mean, I think it's going to be very similar to, like, Jace and Bloodbraid, you know. Jund hasn't really been, like, a tier 1 deck for a while. Ren and 6 has made it better, but... And Jace, like, no one's even been playing white-blue for such a long time. It's like, the game has just evolved so much since when that card was around. It's like, yeah, it's good, but... I mean, I think... White could use a little bit of help. I don't know. We'll see, because now they're going to have Jace and Stoneforge if they want it in, like, a white-blue deck. I mean, I'm not, like, a super meta, or, like, a super expert on the meta of that game, like, right now, but... I don't know. I think that banning Faithless was a little much. I think Hogak was fine, and unbanning Stoneforge could potentially be fine. One thing about Magic I feel really bad about when they ban stuff is, like, it's so expensive. Like, That card better damn well be ridiculous to get banned, because you know how many people, like, Arclight Phoenixes were like $50 or something like that. This mother... He keeps going for me. Every time. I mean, he kind of has to. Really? Like... Can he 1v1 her? He should be able to, right? He doesn't... Yeah, he does have his ult. Okay. Oh, he missed that, though. That's not good. I don't know. We got several kills, but we lost inhibitor, and we get, like, one tier 2 tower. Guess we traded a tower for a tower, but they got a deeper tower and an inhibitor, and we went +1 kill, I think. Maybe +2. They do have healing, so I gotta get that against Vlad. Yeah, basically, so all these people that just dropped like $1,000 on a modern like Arclight Phoenix deck, like that deck's good, but like I don't know, it would have been a top tier deck. But there's like, you know, we're gonna preemptively ban this because it seems good. A lot of decks use it, and we think we would eventually have to ban it. It's like, dude, why don't you wait? Because so many people drop so much money on decks. Like, there are so many decks that use that. So many decks that aren't degenerate that use that. Yeah, you done goofed up, boy, actually. Ezreal saved him. I was about to say he done goofed by not killing me that time. So he's just all dead and they get it Baron now. Pantheon's actually less valuable than a super minion at this point in the game. Like, I would actually, if they offered you the choice, hey, can we kick Pantheon from the game and offer you just a permanent super minions on all of your waves, would you take it? I would say yes, absolutely. Maybe even just all the waves in one lane.
Has been destroyed.
I think Stoneforge is fine. I like the unbanning of old things that were banned in different metas. I mean, we'll see. That's the thing, though, is like graveyard decks are usually pretty good against white-blue. And so the fact that they banned looting at the same time, that could be problematic, maybe, because they banned the looting at the same time that they unbanned somebody. But we'll see. Alright, well, at least I had the opportunity to press E before I died, so that's good. Whoa. I don't understand how Malphite does that much damage. He is a worse rework. I mean, 4% lower win rate. And I called that. I think I called the exact number. I think he had a 51% win rate, and I said he'd lose 4% and go down to 47. And that's what he was when I did my patch notes today.
So much more to see.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think unbanning stuff is cool though. Especially that's like mid-range type of decks, and I think those are like what a lot of people enjoy playing and watching the most are sort of just mid-range type of decks. I mean, combo decks are cool, but just like interaction and counterplay. Nobody wants games to be determined basically by turn 3 in Modern. Kind of like nobody wants games in League to end at like 20 minutes every time. You like there to be a little back and forth, a little drama. Man, they're getting aggressive with those control wards. Am I dead? Yeah, hell yeah I am. Hell yeah I am. Yeah, I just hear the noise and I know I'm dead. 'Cause that's great game design. Doesn't matter where I am on the map, if I'm around people, if I'm not around people. I mean, he's gonna die after he kills me. Probably. I'd say most of the time he ends to get me, but I mean, there's virtually nothing I can do about it. Hear the noise. Yep, I'm dead. Even if I drop a control ward and see him coming, like, nothing I can do. I mean, I could try to root him. Like, if I spot him fast enough and throw the root on him, but the problem is, like, the root moves so slowly, he can still jump, like, through the root. I'm pretty sure, and, like, land close to me. I don't think it stops in midair. It might. It's like, I have to have so much visibility of him. And he can flash the roots, or he can, you know, just sidestep them. Yeah, wall's been balanced. There's a lot of stuff in League that's balanced. There's just a few things that aren't, and they just override everything else. I mean, Rengar as a champion is not imbalanced. It's just there's too much damage with assassins in general. I mean, Zyra does a hell of a lot of damage too, but like, you can see her, you know? And she doesn't have any mobility. Like, it's much harder for her to sneak up on you. I mean, he is trading kills, but it just feels bad because there's no counter. I know, it just doesn't feel good. Like, I would say just dial back his one shot on a single item and like make him, like, just give him some more stuff for later. I mean, they could lower, I mean, the cooldown on his ult's already pretty low, but like, just give him some more survivability, or like give him like a little bit more CC or something. Nice, good job, W23. Hey man, it's all about, you know, it's having fun, even if you don't win. Yeah, I mean, that's right too, Jolly. You don't want perfect balance. You just want like viability and stuff that doesn't counter other stuff too hard. I mean, Zyra is pretty good against anything that's not an assassin. I mean, I guess poke champions are also pretty good against her. But I thought he was gonna flash with that, or damn it. He's going backdooring now. That's something they definitely need to solve. That's like, I think that's one of the worst feelings. Other than getting like one-shotted by Rengar in 0.1 seconds when he has one item, like somebody backdooring an inhibitor just feels terrible. Like, they should at least have to have a minion wave. You know, they should give it a hell of a lot of armor. They already do that with towers. If there's no minion wave, towers get like an extra 200 armor. Like, if we can do that for towers, why can't we do that for inhibitors? Or like the Nexus? I don't mind, like, backdooring is annoying, but you need some option for teams that can't team fight. So I get that, but Like, they should at least have to push a wave up there. They should not be able to walk up, no wave, and just, like, delete a tower in, like, 3 seconds.
Just a harmless flower.
I think I can get Rylai's here. I think it's 20. It's like 2,700, right? Or I'm gonna get Rylai's.
Venture out the beach.
Just such a good combo with Leandri's. Buy items to put in the towers. I mean, they don't need to make items. I'm dead. Well, I had enough health off of Rylai's. Yes, int, you stupid cat. Get zoned by the Vlad.
So much more to see.
Pretty spooky place to back. Rengar ult's looking for me and finds you.
Things aren't always what they seem.
Stoneplate won't save me. If I was wanting to like get a serious anti-Rengar item. God damn it, that champion, dude! I put a control ward here, like... He's like, oh, I'm just gonna tiptoe on the wall. Up, you're dead. I mean, I guess the rest of the team's cleaning up with him not around, but... $900, 900, 500, 0.4 seconds, 3,000 damage. I mean, in theory, yeah, I don't have a lot of armor. I mean, I guess he is... He probably has enough pin to remove all of my armor. So I'm not going to get any reduction, but that's still, like, so much. Yeah, I mean, I could get, you know, I could get Zhonya's. I just didn't have the pieces for Zhonya's earlier. Zhonya's doesn't build out of a large rod either, I don't think. It's like Arm Guard and Codex. So it has, like, its own weird item path that you have to commit to. And stopwatch. So, I had a blasting wand from earlier. I mean, I was thinking, hey, if I get 3,000 health, though, maybe. I understand he has lethality, but it's still 3,000 damage in 0.4 seconds. Like, I can't even E. They don't get any extra damage from inhibitors being down or anything like that. Like, that's what they're getting at. Swear to God, Rengar. It's like running right past the other two people that are at like 25% health. I mean, it's smart because I'm the one who's going to delete him probably because I'm almost certainly doing the most damage on the team. Malphite might be doing quite a bit. I don't know. I'm the one that has the CC. I mean, I guess everyone else has GAs also.
Just a harmless
Running is only half.
I think we're gonna get it. Oof. So with that, well, lethality is a flat amount and it's based on your level. So when it says like 18 lethality, it would actually reduce a flat 18 armor if you were level 18. But if you're like level 10, then it's less. I don't remember the exact formula, but it might reduce like 9 armor instead of 18 armor or something like that. Straight flat armor penetration does not exist as an item or as a stat you can get on items anymore. They removed that like 3 or 4 years ago. What you can get on items other than lethality is percentage armor penetration on last whisper items. So percentage penetration is multiplicative and lethality is additive. That's right, Matt. Rengar and Vlad just... Yeah, literally, they were the only people that mattered late game. What? The Ezreal's saying it. Oh, my teammates are worthless, man. If they would have kept feeding... I mean, yeah, I died 14 times. But if they would have stopped feeding, then I would have been able to carry them. They did not end... Like, he was the only person shutting me down. Okay, I actually didn't do as much as I thought. Probably because I was dead at the start of every fight because Rengar entered into me. I think the teams are about even. Like, I mean, Kai'Sa is better than, like, an average Kai'Sa will be better than an average Ezreal late game, I think. Pantheon, you know, fell off pretty hard. Their Irelia really underperformed. I don't know. I think it was probably about even. I'm more valuable than Alistar. Yeah, they got butchered bot lane.
Your worst decisions will haunt you.
I mean, if you could have one sentence that sums up Season 9 attitude, this is probably it right here. Thoughts on Chaos Invasions? I wish it was a little more random. Like that just some portals spawn somewhere. Like a little bit different. I think they're pretty weak in Warhammer 2. With most factions, honestly, just don't even care. Like there's a chance with some factions that, you know, you might have to deal with them more than other factions. Like High Elves, there's a good chance that they're coming somewhere on that island, Ulthuan, but the thing was, they used to be stronger, and so many people cried about them being too strong that they ended up nerfing them back. I don't remember if that was just with SFO or if it was in the base game. But some people were crying that they were too strong and too dominant. And I would like to see some more mixed, like, evil armies coming out. I can't do... I'm probably going to dodge this. I can't do Zyra into Lux. It's a real bad matchup. Vayne is literally the worst mainstream AD carry. Norska's alright. First time Vayne. I mean, their team comp's pretty bad too. First time Soul also. No, I gotta dodge that. Well, no, never mind. I got that wrong. He has played Soul some. We had one guy, I don't know if he was trolling or not, but the Riven said if anyone feeds, he's gonna AFK. Looks like he's on a Smurf, so he probably doesn't care about that account. And then this dude's first time Vayne. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of games that I would like to play. I've never played Fire Emblem stuff. But let's talk for a second, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I would like to see the Chaos stuff be a little bit more random. Spawning on the oceans like they do right now is a pretty good idea, but I think just spawning like in more random locations, or even like specifically like seeking out the player a little bit more, like not spawning right on top of your capital, although it does that in Vortex, and I kind of like how Vortex handles it, how it's a race and then everybody like has to face off against Chaos. And they just, like, they're coming for you while you're trying to do those rituals. I think that's a pretty cool system. Yeah, I would like to see them stronger. They did add, like, some Beastman herds to Chaos. And then I think they added some Skaven to Chaos as well. But it just feels kind of asymmetrical. Like, sometimes if you are playing, like, Empire, or maybe they come online pretty late with Vampire counts. I'm not sure exactly what the mechanism is for when they start coming out. But I think there should be like more of a threat, because for the vast majority of factions on the map, I just don't care about Chaos in the whole game. Which is fine, I suppose, but I think Rakan carries pretty hard. I think Rakan's the best overall support in the game at pretty much all levels of play. Maybe at like gold and lower, like Zyra might move up a little bit more, but is it based off of chapter objectives? So how fast you basically take over property? That might be true. I wish you could actually complete campaigns faster. So I wish that, like, as you powered up through the chapter objectives or whatever, that you got, like, bonuses to campaign movement speed or something like that, just so you could get around the map faster. And I like the idea of... Yeah, unique victory conditions would be good. They've tried to do that with, like, pretty much all of the modern factions, right? Like, they did that with Vampire Counts. They did it with Tomb Kings, who I think were the last two new factions, right? Unless I'm forgetting someone. But yeah, with both of them, you just basically hunt down these artifacts and win. I think that the I wish they would just do Vortex for every faction on Mortal Empires. Or, like, have that as an option. Where you are, you know... Because I really like that system. Where you're collecting resources and you're racing against other people to keep control of those resources. And you can actually lose if you don't have enough. Well, we were about to see an Asol in that game, but... I think he's bad. Yeah, Tomb Kings have the books. Yeah, I think alternate win conditions. I think there should be some way to win the game. I think most campaigns you should be able to win if you're playing, like, well, somewhere between turn 100 and 150. I think that's probably the sweet spot, is about turn 100. Because, you know, to me, that's like 20 to 30 episodes when I'm recording. Probably if I do, like, three turns per episode. And sometimes if you're fighting a lot, you're not going to be able to do that. But 3 turns per episode, you know, and that's 20 or 30 hours. I think that, like, aiming for 20 to 30 hours for a campaign to be over if you're closing it out is probably the best way to do it. Maybe as you go up in chapter objectives or something, you could fight some quests. And maybe those chapter objectives could be more, like, unique. Because right now it's basically just take over X amount of property. Yeah, I think with Mortal Empires, because it's already connected with the Warhammer 2 universe when you're doing that, I think they should just make them all Vortex stuff. Let's see. Happy Alex says, it'd be awesome if they created unique win conditions. Yes. Caitlyn's only good with Nautilus or Blitzcrank. I think Caitlyn's bad in general. I think most people just don't play her well enough. Sort of. I mean, that's right. Yeah, you do, like, win really hard early, but you have a big problem in the mid game against high mobility, high damage champions, which is basically everything everybody plays. So, like, Rengar was a good example of that game. We almost lost, even though I murdered the lane. I mean, Zyra's like the quintessential win lane, lose game champ. What else are people saying here? Okay, Potato asked... Sorry if I don't get to every question immediately. Sometimes I go off talking about stuff. What made me want to play support? I got tired. Back in the day, you didn't have, like, where you selected your role coming in. It was just, like, whoever was the highest elo. Like, they ordered it in order of your elo. And it was just top person. You just kind of called what you wanted to play, pretty much. So you'd have this thing where some people would try to call what they wanted to play first, and it was supposed to be the highest person was supposed to have priority. And some people thought if they typed it first, they had it. So you'd have, like, 3 people, like, type mid at the beginning, right when they get into the lobby. And then, you know, someone would say, well, if I don't get mid, I'm going to feed. It just created so many arguments. And, like, nobody wanted to play support. So, like, basically it was support was auto-filled every game if you didn't pick support. And so many people were so bad at it, and it just created so much, like, just friction on teams because no one wanted to play support that I eventually just started playing it just because I got tired of the supports feeding all the time. Safari. Nice. I don't know if these guys are kidding or not. Lord, please, please not Camille Jungle. Bro, this is not 2018. Isn't that god awful right now?
Let's dance.
First time Camille Jungle. These guys are arguing. It sounds like, I can't tell if they're kidding or not. %, 3-game Akali. First time Camille. Camille is so diff because like you just get murdered in the jungle. I don't think Alistar is that good. He's just outdated. I just think there are better engaged champs. I mean, for pro, like, he's okay. But for solo queue, I just think he gets outscaled too hard. I mean, he can be good, but... First time Echo. So first time Camille, first time Echo, third time Akali, 6 times Zaya. Like all of them combined have less than 15 games on those champs, and they're arguing in the lobby. Well, I know they have pants. I'm not gonna get baited into that though. Like I get baited into that so much. It's like, well, the enemy team has bad stuff too. Like, it's not just the picks. It's like our picks are bad, but also we don't have experience on them. Like if that Camille had like 60 games on Camille with like a 60% win rate, I'd be like, all right, you know. Just Camille is notoriously, even when she was good in the jungle, she's notoriously like difficult to like play correctly. Because you have to like kite the camps and you take a lot of damage on your first few clears. A lot of people, CH, unfortunately. I mean, Ali can still work. It's not like he can't win. It's just a little bit harder. If that's 30, we might have to go on to PvE here. Hate to do it, man. I gotta start dodging more. Yeah. And there's just no way I can play that. And it's just like no, there's just like no reason for, or there's like no, there's no wiggle room. Like if you mess up on that champion on Camille, if you get behind early, you got nothing. Like you're worthless. You mess up on Akali, you're worthless. Like if you're first timing jungle and you're playing Sejuani or something, you're auto filled. It's like, all right, you know, yeah, you'll fall behind, but you got a lot of CC, like. You can do some stuff. Or like Nunu. It's like, okay. Probably not the greatest jungler in the world, but you got something that's got relatively safe clear. You got some CC. You got some buffs for people later. Like, alright. It was like first time Camille, that's like almost literally the worst that you could play that's like not 100% troll, you know? It's not like Janna jungle, but it's pretty close. Thanks. Yeah, but they don't A-ballin'. So many people just kind of YOLO. Alright, we got 20 seconds. Or, I mean, I could play on my Smurf, too. Here, I'll play on my Smurf. Let's do that. And that way, at least, it's kind of like a ranked game. And maybe I can eventually level up a Smurf all the way. I've got, like, a level 18 Smurf. I totally forgot about it. I don't know which free champions I'm going to have, though. Hey, it's not always a bad thing, Grey Graves. Who are the free champs this week? I do not have very many champions on this account. Brand? Cassiopeia, okay. Sometimes people in these Smurf games are like Smurfs also. Might play Cassio if I get bot lane. Evelyn, Garen. Hey, at least you don't have to buy runes again. How do I own Nautilus? Did I get a Nautilus shard? None, huh? Okay. Is Vayne? No, I would not want Trick Vayne. She's very meta dependent. You either have to play the game a lot and you collect this currency called Blue Essence that you can use to buy champions, or you can buy it with real money. Dude, if they ban out the free champs, I'm gonna be real sad. I don't know why I didn't just pick blind pick. Well, we banned Cassio.
Now is the
I got
great
support though, so I'm not gonna play him. Maybe that was a placeholder for a new champ. I'm not sure. You mean Dominion? They're not bringing back Dominion. I am going to do a Nautilus guy because someone donated for it a little while ago. Some are more than others, yeah. Usually the cooler champions, not always, but like the newer champions are more. Sometimes they rework some old champions to make them into something fun and new. That are relatively cheap. So like Nunu, for example, was reworked a couple of years ago, I think. And he's a very cheap one. I think he's pretty cool. Oh, Dominion. Okay. Or are you saying like me winning is back, like Domination? Well, I don't like being against Lux, but...
Ready to set the world on fire.
I'm not even allowed to choose the runes. Oh my god. Can I choose these? Holy shit. Dude, this game... Why? Like, I've already played... I don't know, 30 games on this account. Like, it's level 18. Why can I still not choose my runes? These runes are not going to be that great. I need mana flow banned. I thought it lets you change the preset stuff, though. I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, why is this so silly? Like, just freaking let new people just play the game. Guess I could have tried the sorcery one, maybe. I mean, I understand that, but I think that, like, you should just let new people, like, just have everything and play around and figure out what they want to do. Like, just let new people go in and do what they want and figure it out. Like, $30 for a campaign, 15 episodes. I've already got, like, 4 that I'm committed to right now, so it might be a little bit. But you can email me at the Strategy Professor, let me know what you have in mind, and I might be able to fit it in. I can at least give you some kind of timeline. There's a little bit of flexibility. Yeah, but with Brand, I really wanted Dark Harvest, but... Well, yeah, no, but you had to buy all of the runes in the old system. Like, that was the thing. It's like, there's no way you actually could get the rune page that you wanted, because there's no way you'd have the blue essence to get all the runes that you needed.
You can't contain
And it's
me,
not, I mean,
summoner.
it was like de facto you can't do stuff. But this is like similar for the leveling experience. I just think that leveling is just dumb in this game. Like, it's basically like, hey, let's restrict some really cool stuff that we could get. I mean, it's not like an RPG, you know, like, people are still gonna play stuff they don't know how to play. That's why I just had to dodge twice in Plat. Like, it doesn't stop people from doing that. They're still going to do that. I get that, but I think you could offer it, like, some presets.
Like wildfire.
Say, hey, this is what's recommended. Well, yeah, I mean, but the costs are everything. Well, it puts you up against, if you win a lot, if you're like on a Smurf, it puts you up against other Smurfs, usually. It tries to, like, quarantine out the actual new people from other things. I just think that it's really, like, prohibitive for, like, newer players, people that are actually new to the game. I was talking about this, I think, yesterday on stream. It's like, okay, you tell your buddy, you know, Jimmy at work, hey, you should try this game out, League of Legends. It's really cool. You know, maybe he sees you watching a replay of something on your phone. He's like, oh, that game looks fun. What is that? And then you just say it. Like, oh, it's League of Legends. Come play it. He's like, oh, cool. What do I need to do? It's like, oh, it's free. Oh, sweet. So I can play with you in some games, right? You're like, well, no, I'm too high of a level. Oh, God, are my... Holy shit. It reset my freaking pages. Are you kidding? My hotkeys. Oh, this is gonna kill me. Holy shit. Why did it do that? God, I don't have my hotkeys. Wait. That's smart. Was it already on Smartcast? Why was it not Smartcasting?
Banish the shadows.
Blaze a trail.
First blood.
Are my items Smartcasted? I don't know.
An enemy has been slain.
Holy shit.
I purify this one.
quick cast.
An ally has been slain.
I think Lee was in the river there. Damn it.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, no, I thought I'd changed my... I've played on this Smurf before, and I had all my keybinds set, so I guess it just reset them on one of the patches or something. I don't know. It's weird. Actually, let me get one potion just in case I take a bad trade. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't save it.
After millennia, I am free.
Hey, these guys are hitting about as much CS as plat people. I'd say these people are probably like gold or something on their main. Maybe silver.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Yeah, Brand's a good Smurf champ. Well, max E just because it helps you with wave clear a little bit more. Wait, oh, I didn't save it.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
You can't contain me, summoner.
Killing spree.
I am the fire that cleanses the world.
Dead, probably. Oof. That's tilter.
An ally has been slain.
Doesn't look like these are actually like. Are these working?
Like wildfire.
I guess those are working, but like, how do I make all that crap smart cast? Did I put it on the wrong stuff?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Quick cast. Oh, quick cast items. Oh god. Oh wait. Trinket.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Quick cast 7 T.
Turret plating will fall soon.
After millennia, I am free.
Yeah, I think I just didn't do the correct. I got the spells figured out. Okay, there we go. Wow, Elisa that doesn't go. What? Missed my W there.
Killing spree. Dominating.
Benefit of quick cast, it's much faster. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal to not be able to cast stuff like a little bit faster, but it really is. Like if you get used to playing with quick cast, they used to call it smart cast, but they didn't want people to feel insulted. But that's really what it is. Like smart players are going to end up with smart cast if you've ever played on it. You just everything's just a lot faster. I don't have the range indicator on there. Because I want it instantly. Like, yeah, I mean, you only have to double tap it to, like, get it to work, but... I mean, some people like the range indicator. The only thing that I've ever seen, like, top players do with range indicator, I mean, I guess maybe some of them do it for ward, but, like, Thresh's Flay. Let me see how much time we have left on the timeout. That was pretty quick. Was that a 15-minute surrender? Yeah, I mean, ideally, you should try to play everything with quick cast. You should try to make your mouse sensitivity up as high as you can possibly stand it. All of these things add up. Gonna have to pack it up a little bit early tonight because I have class. I have to get up at 6:30 in the morning. But I'm gonna see. You know, I'll see how long I can stay on. Okay. I guess with champ select and everything, it did take a second. I think my mouse sensitivity is at like 100. Maybe I turned it down. I don't remember. I've tried it like... I have like a mouse that has different level, like you can click a button and it does different levels of sensitivity. And I'm not sure which one's which. It's a Korean mouse, I think. Or Chinese. Yeah, Chinese mouse. Doesn't have any words on it. It just has a 4 different colors. Hey Max, I just don't have time to play games that aren't already in my wheelhouse, unfortunately. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't be willing to try it, it's just that I don't think I would have the audience for it. I've tried in the past doing things like XCOM and Civ 6 and things like that. And even when I went over to TFT, whenever it was super popular, and just tried to play some TFT, you know, on stream,
Your worst decisions will haunt you.
we'd always lose viewers, like a substantial amount. Like 10 to 20%. Whenever I went and did anything else. So, you know, it'd just be a real risky proposition for me to try to play a single player game. I'd have to do it off stream, which, you know, takes a lot of time. I just don't have a lot of time to play off stream. Sometimes, like, occasionally I'll have a little bit of time. But, like, I'm already committed to doing so much with League and Total War. Draven's kind of scary as Zyra.
Feel the thorns embrace.
And he can heal through a lot of poke, but I mean, Draven's pretty good into Recon also. He's just good in general. There's Shaco. No, I'm not playing Classic WoW. I don't have time. It'd be fun. I'd enjoy playing it, but I just don't have time. Like I say, I really just can't play anything like right now, other than League and Total War. I'm like teaching at a new university. I've got to design, you know, and manage like new curriculum, new daily notes and everything. I need to be working on my dissertation. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Chinese mice. I was just saying that it didn't have any like instructions for what these lights mean. It might, maybe there was an instruction book that came with it that explained it. I don't know. It affects the DPI. I just know it affects how sensitive the mouse is. So I don't know. I've got mine on the pink color. There's like purple, pink, blue, and like one other one. It's like a $13 mouse that I've had for like 5 years.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I don't think I was up on Crusader Kings 2. I tried out Stellaris and it was pretty fun, but I just moved too slowly.
Take careful steps.
Minions have spawned.
I mean, I also actively manage our finances too. Like,
Venture off the beaten path.
I'm an options investor of sorts. So keeping up with that takes a lot of time. Like, I listen to like company conference calls and read and listen to different analysts and stuff like that. Yeah, we got demoted a day or two ago. I don't remember. It fluctuates. I mean, probably like less than a week ago, we were in promos for P1. That's just like the name of the game this season. Is just inconsistency. Fuck. Why is that Jinx so far up, man? She's like walking up to here when they're about to turn level 2, and I was trying to cover for her, and then I get blasted. This is going to be a tough one. Well, I didn't look at her to make sure she actually knows what she's doing. Maybe she's first time Jinx. Yeah. I mean, I think that company conference calls are huge. Well, so here's the thing. I talked about this a lot in the patch notes video. Well, for like 10 minutes in the patch notes video that I released earlier today, and I've talked about it on stream. I think, like, what's happened is I don't think that people have necessarily gotten worse this year than years past, but I think, like, what's happened is Riot's balancing strategy has been to balance really strong champions by creating inconsistency. So their goal has been, you know, to make champions really risky, and that's how they're balanced. So if a champion does super well, then they can 1v9 the game. A lot of the newer champions and a lot of the popular champions, you know, they have this 1v9 potential, right? Because that's what everyone wants, you know. In theory, that's what they want. But the trade-off for that is if you don't get ahead, if you don't do well, then you're pretty much worthless. So you get these extreme cases where it's not even extreme, it's almost every game. But like you'll get a case where one of these champions beats the other in lane, like a Silas beats an Akali in lane, and it basically turns the game into a 6v4 because the one champion basically counts as two because of how they're balanced to where they're going to be OP if they're ahead. And then the other champion, because they're behind, basically counts as a dead weight champion who doesn't really do anything. So that's what makes games feel like very inconsistent. I'm dead, probably. Okay, well, it's a 2-for-1. And we got the flash. So I think that's what it is. There just are not many middle ground champions that are just like solid that are in the meta right now. You know, like no one's playing Malzahar, no one's playing Sejuani. It's all of these do or die, you know, going 0-10 or 10-0 champions every game. And the other systems have sort of facilitated that as well. Like tower plates are worth way too much. So it just makes it really snowbally. Because in pro play, like because pros are so good, they can play a lot of these champions like Akali at a really high level. And there's such a large disparity between pro play and how they perform on those types of 1v9 champions and how most people on solo queue perform on it. And so everybody wants to play Akali, everyone wants to play Sylas and things like that because, you know, that's what the pros are doing. But they aren't as good as the pros. So it's just like way more pronounced than usual. That's my assessment of it, is they have stopped trying to make sort of like moderated, you know, team-oriented champions. Oh my god, for real? Okay, good. Nami got that kill also. Or at least there's less of that. And, you know, tanks are the best class of champion for, you know, standardized play. You know, like, if you just want to have, like, an average to good game, you can play a tank, but you can't play tanks right now. Assassins are, like, the highest skill cap feast or famine champ, and those are the strongest champs right now. So, I think a lot of it is the balancing and what they've done with, like, recent champs, their philosophy on that, and basically removing tanks from the game. And, like, the addition of things like tower plates, stronger dragons early. Wow. I thought she was going to move. But she didn't move. Okay. We maybe could have killed her. So that's what I think. I mean, a lot of people, you know, a lot of higher-end players are saying the game is too fast. It's too snowbally, but they don't explain why, and I think that's why. I think it's because of Riot has changed the way that it balances. Oof. Now, I think they're trying to kind of turn that around, but they're not doing a good job of it. You know, they're trying to make stuff like better for solo queue, but worse for pro play. So, like, Rakan is an example of this that they did fairly successfully. I think they raised his win rate like 4 or 5% in solo queue, and took him out of pro for a little bit, but then he's back by changing his R and adding a delay to it. And there's been a couple other champions where they've kind of transitioned that, but most of the time they've dropped the ball, and it's because it's so difficult to balance these champions because they were originally designed with that philosophy in mind, which is like inconsistency. Like this champ, you can go off and be completely unstoppable in a game, but you're not going to be able to do that consistently over 100 games. And then the problem is you run into the, you know, the time when they don't do very well on that champion. So it just feels like, it just feels really inconsistent. That's, I mean, that's like the best word for it. That's why you see these champions that feel really overpowered sometimes, like Akali or Irelia, they'll have like a 45% win rate because, you know, they're really OP when they're strong, but then they're inconsistent, so they don't end up with a really high average win rate. Which is just like very mystifying to a lot of people, because you'll see people just go 0-10 all the time, and it just feels like everybody's terrible. It's like, well, everyone's just playing like much more mechanically difficult champions than there were in the past, and they're just don't do well consistently with that. Oh shit, I thought I had ult. Okay, well, now I do. That was almost risky. I forgot I was 1 minion away from ult.
A promising garden.
Shit. Damn it. If I just hit him with that E, I probably didn't even need to turn around. I thought he might still turn and like kill the Jinx. I'm really surprised I didn't delete the Nami there. I guess I don't have my spell pin yet. Well, welcome to Zyra, home of the awkward backs. It wasn't to save Drake, it was to try to kill Nami. I thought I was going to be able to delete her, honestly. She must have like double magic resist runes or something, like minor runes.
So much more to see.
I don't know. I should have either hit the E or just kept running. He's not getting like an insane amount of gold off his stacks because he's died so much.
Until my seeds take root.
But it's still not great. Not great to give him kills, obviously. I thought he might turn around and start fighting the Jinx though, but he was just like full on int mode for me. Well, new champions are just like a lot of what higher end players say too is like mobility creep. Just a lot of the new champions and new remakes are so mobile, and which raises the skill cap a ton on those champions, and just makes the game more challenging in general to play, and kind of invalidates a lot of the older champions that don't have mobility, because mobility is one of the biggest like. One of the biggest stats in the game. Oh, he got riffed. Dude, he just got riffed, man. He's gonna be somewhere. I really hope he doesn't kill top. Maybe he backs after. Pantheon's lucky, man. I mean, it just said that they killed Rift. No, never mind. Well, he's out of mana. Wait, what? How? The ult? Which, I don't mind mobile champions. I think it's cool. It's just like, it's going to create a lot of uneven games. I mean, I've been really, like, more inconsistent this season. I mean, I always kind of have a range, but my range is widened, right? I've gone everywhere from, like, P4 up to, like, D4, you know? Usually I'm somewhere between like P3 and P2 all season. You got an ult? I don't know ult. Well, Akali has a ton of mobility. She's got her shuriken, and she has 2 jumps with her ult. Like 3 fire jumps. I'm pretty sure she shouldn't have to target anybody for those, right? She can just do them anywhere, anytime. Just like the most abusive form of mobility. You can use it offensively and defensively. I mean, I don't mind it. It's just like... I mean, I mind the inconsistency, but I think they should... like, dial it back a little bit on some of the damage, especially. Dial it back on some of the damage and on some of the gold. I talked about several different ways they could do this in my patch notes video. Also has his ult, I don't know. Need to figure out some way to get Athene's on Zyra. Maybe like Font of Life or something, I don't know. Hate invisible assassins. No. Zyra, like, Zyra's pretty good at Anami. I mean, it's kind of a skill matchup, but I mean, you can one-shot her. And she's one of the lesser scaling enchanters. Still can't get it.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Hyperfed still can't complete my first item.
Holds many surprises.
I think, you know, I would really like to see them just fully commit to, like, AP support items. I mean, they've done that, sort of, but it's only for enchanters, right? Like, items that have AP, but have some kind of utility that's good, too, you know?
Much more to see.
So they've got that with Ardent and Athene's. Damn, did I not put a plant down? I thought I had a plant on her, too. Well, I got her low, so they might have to back... Well, never mind. Nami healed her.
What lurks beneath the sun?
Yeah, seems bad. coming back, right? Yeah. Okay.
Things aren't always what they seem.
Why can't you... I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't... I've tried that build. I think you lose too much damage early.
Busy world.
I don't know what that... oh, that's for the mastery or whatever thing. Is that what that is? I mean, maybe in some circumstances, but whenever I tried doing that before, it's like, it does have a much smoother build path. I made a whole video about it, actually. Probably like 3 or 4 months ago, but, you know, after I played it a lot, it just felt like you just weren't putting up enough damage. Shit, am I dead? Shaco's pretty far behind. I might be able to... Yeah, we got him.
You have slain an enemy. Your team has
Yeah, we just need more champions. We just need Sejuani back in the meta, baby. Old sturdy.
Come closer. Wait until my seeds take root.
Yeah, nah, I don't like Ludens, because you don't need mana. Like, your spells are on such a long cooldown, you just won't ever really burn through your mana most of the time. That's super dangerous to walk through that.
Such a busy world.
Can we not get inhibitor? I guess it's best to go ahead and take that off the map while Shaco's dead, so there's no way he can steal it. Yeah, but people just don't play Nunu right now. I agree, I think Nunu's strong, but... Yeah, it's 20 seconds off Zyra results. Pretty big deal. I mean, it's basically like your level 1 ult was like a,
Take careful steps.
I don't know, was it like 2 minutes and 10 seconds? Like 140 second? I mean, it's a lot. It feels like it's like over 20%, like around 25% cooldown. Reduction on your ult to knock off 20 seconds from it. Guess it's like 15%. Jinx had a bit of a rough start, but she's coming around. I don't know. You're not going to convince me new Pantheon's good. I mean, like, sometimes, yeah, there's going to be good situations for pretty much any champion, but there's a picture I had done just the other day. It's like last week. This edgy little kid, dude. Syra Marathon of Diamond. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this one or not. This series tonight. We'll see. Yeah. It's a nice buff. Because, like, she can't get CDR, really, on anything in her kit. Like, what they need to do is they need to... like, change Leandri's. Nobody gets that item. There's like, it's like Rumble and Zyra and like Brand. Just lower the AP on it. Make it like a 60 AP item. And just make the cost like 2,400. There's a math teacher. Yeah. It doesn't matter. He was just making fun of, like, handicapped kids trying to do math. Saying that about his team.
Your work decisions will haunt you.
It's like, dude, just say, like, just call them dumb or something. I don't know why you have to bring, like, handicapped people into it. They already have a hard enough life, man. Zyra jungle from Iron 4 to Challenger. There was a very, very small window where Zyra jungle was okay, sort of. And it was because there was a bug where she was getting like 10 plants from her passive when like they first changed her. Oh no. Well, we can't dodge this one. Maybe let's go Zyra again. Just say, I'll just try to 1v2 this lane until Vayne can get 3 items and do something.
Feel the thorns embrace.
Oh, I did have ulti Hunter last game too, so that did make my ult come up quite a bit faster. Could do absolute focus. I mean, Ghost Poro's pretty good too. I think I don't know. It's a shame that Dark Harvest isn't like as great as it was, but with Assassins already as strong as they are, you know, you just can't have Dark Harvest be much better than it is right now. I guess I could try Electrocute Zyra again. I just feel like the Comet's just the most consistent one. Hey, cool, Ricardo. Good luck, man. My friend tried to get me into that game a while ago. It looked pretty cool. It just didn't really have a following. Like, I tried Dota also, but I was just like, why am I... Every time I was playing those, I was like, I should just play League. I just understand League a little bit better. I would like to, you know, right now, if I could just play any game, if I could just wave a magic wand and, you know, just have, like, infinite time, I would definitely want to try Final Fantasy 14. I don't know how the new patch is looking, but they're like the new expansion. But I think that'd be worth at least trying for a little bit. Look pretty fun. Or Vanilla WoW.
30 seconds.
Vanilla WoW would probably be pretty fun for a little while. I really don't want to put my ward in there. Oh yeah, they definitely took Dark Harvest. It was like the Dark Harvest winter from like probably December through January. December 2018 to January 2019. Pretty much everybody took Dark Harvest. No, I think I mean, sort of. Obviously, if he hooks you, you're dead. But like, she's one of the better mages into Blitz because you can put your plants up and his they can soak his hook. So he'll hook the plants.
Come closer.
I don't think he's in the forward bush. Or he would have already tried to do something. No, he's over there. So yeah, I mean, he's not your best matchup, but he's not like the worst in the world either. Did she take... She didn't take Fleet. She'll get a biscuit here in about a minute, though. I missed the experience on that. Yeah. It's rough. Well, they got first blood, but we got the double buffs. Missing so many wide open CS. It's really hurting me. Dude, Lee's right there, obviously. We just saw him clearing Scuttle.
Wait until my seeds take root.
We're gonna sound. Yeah, there he is. That's rough. It'd be nice if I hit that E. They're just a little bit out of range. I wish they would increase the move speed on her E a little bit. I mean, maybe that'd push her over the top. But I think in 2019, you could probably do it. At least Vayne got a lot of farm time. Yeah, she's kind of caught up in farm, even though she's missed like half of her CS. Dude, I do roam when there are opportunities. It's just sometimes, a lot of times, it's too risky. But that, like, we were getting zoned off the wave. Like, we weren't able to walk up to the wave anyways, because they had it frozen right here with a Blitzcrank staring us down. So, like, and Lee Sin was trying to invade our jungle. No, you didn't hear me correctly then, if you think that's what I've advocated. I've said you can roam, but you need to have priority in your lane, and you need to have a decent percentage chance that you're going to make something happen. And that's what we had. We had someone in our jungle. They were zoning us off the wave, so we couldn't push up. So either we could sit here and just watch them, or I could roam and try to make a play. Like, what I don't advocate is for people who just, like, randomly leave their lane when it's, like, in a neutral position, and they have the potential to gain an advantage. And I think that's what a lot of people blindly do, is they'll just blindly run middle without really considering wave position. Well, I guess you don't watch that much, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's basically what I just explained is what Lev just kind of reiterated is... I mean, if you guys watch carefully, like, I rotated up. Was it last game? There's another game tonight where we challenged Scuttle and got several kills also because I called that roam. So, like, we got an advantage in lane. I called Scuttle, and we went up and fought. I don't remember which game it was, but I called down the mid laner. We fought at Scuttle. You know, often call Dragon. We'll rotate and kill Dragon. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the champion that you're playing and, like, the current state of the game. Oh, I ran out of mana, no. I was almost beating myself up. I was trying to give Vayne that kill, and then she flashed away. I was like, no, we're going to lose it. Okay, yeah, Lee is top. Because, yeah, I mean, at its core, whenever you roam, you're basically saying, okay, I'm going to spend some time doing, like, in a space that's not going to give me an advantage. I'm going to have to run up and down this river for 20 seconds. That means I'm losing experience. I'm running the risk of getting caught. My AD carry, like, I'm increasing the risk that my AD carry is going to get caught and killed. They're going to, at a minimum, get zoned off of CS whenever I roam. For a chance to get a kill.
Has been slain.
And so if you don't get that kill, then your AD carry is going to lose like 2 waves probably if the enemy zones them. you just put yourself at pretty high risk running up and down that river of getting killed by the jungler.
A promising
There's just so much stuff. But, like, obviously it can pay off. If you do get the kill, you can press them, get plates, you know, your mid laner can get advantages. Like, there's obviously rewards for it, but there's also risks. So, like, right there, Lee was in our jungle at Raptors, and it looked like he wanted to fight. And so, you know, he was offside, so I was pretty sure I was going to get there in time to try to make a play. Oh, God. So it can work. It's just like those videos, like the one that Dong Hot made about how someone, you know, how does, I don't remember who it was, like a challenger support, Olay or something. How does he get to challenger? It's like, well, he roams all the time on Thresh. He's not afraid to just sit middle in a bush for 45 seconds and just wait for the perfect moment to hook. It's like, yeah, that's not going to work with most people that are like an Iron. In Challenger games, maybe. Because Challenger 80 carries are going to step back, and you're going to have a really high probability of actually, like, being able to do something, you know? On the roam. Like, you're going to have a really high percentage that you're going to hit your hooks and stuff because you're a Challenger player.
Wait until my seeds take root.
An ally has been slain.
Pin him into the wall. There you go. Nice. Alright, this should happen. Oh my god. Wow, she tried to ult point blank. Oh, she barely clipped me. I could have sidestepped that. I guess I'll go for this. I just want kind of the immediate power because we're not like super rich. They don't have a lot of healing on their team, which is kind of annoying. Man, they are busting us up on objectives right now. Our Jarvan's getting crushed. Nice. We interrupted it though. Okay. They got a double kill, and they're still going to get a lot of kills top. That's rough.
So much more.
I can't check that. Blitz could be around there.
just a harmless flower.
Alright. Yeah, I gotta try to ward this, though. 'Cause Lee could be coming in. Zoe backed up. Zoe was coming down.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I mean, that wasn't really Blitz's fault. Like, the Caitlyn got too close.
Such a busy.
I'm kind of
world.
priced into getting Morello since I bought the orb, I think. I mean, I could ignore it, but I didn't have enough to get, like, Haunting Guys or anything. So I'll probably just get Morello.
Killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed.
Take careful steps.
Thinking the movement speed might be better. I don't know.
Enemy rampage.
Instead of, I don't know, Ulti Hunter is pretty good too at a certain point, but okay, he already went bottom. I'm just gonna push this up then.
Just a minute.
Nah, well, Rylai's is good, but you don't want to get it. You don't want to rush it, I don't think.
The forest holds many
An ally has been
You really want
slain.
Rylai's after you have Leandri's. You don't always have to get Morello, but
so much more to see.
can't look at that tri-bush.
Has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
Okay.
Enemy double kill. Enemy killing spree.
Things aren't always what they seem. A promising garden.
Yeah, with Leandri's, like, you're just paying a lot for the health. And, you know, the slow is, like, it's okay. You already have, you know, 2 different forms of CC with E and R. So, like, I think it's just too expensive. Like, it's just not enough raw power early. But once you get Leandri's, you know, it consistently doubles the effectiveness of your Leandri's burn, even with, like, Q plants. So that's why I think Leandri's is better. Like, and Leandri's just puts out more damage earlier.
Come closer.
Who's caught? Okay.
Allies have been slain.
It's tough. I mean, how could we possibly know where they were going to be? Almost like they're all just walking up middle. Aatrox is kind of getting pressure in a side lane. Gotta wait till Mordekaiser goes over there to kill him.
The forest holds many surprises.
Okay, so they have that warded. Pretty sure it's warded, man.
Double kill. Ace.
Venture out.
It's
to
quite a
the
bit of dot damage. It's 3% or 1.5% of their max health per tick, and it lasts for 3 seconds, and it goes to 2.5 if they have a slow on them. So that's 7.5% of their max health. It's a lot of extra damage. I mean, if they have 2,000 health on average, that's 150 extra damage. Yeah. Well, they blew TP for it, I guess. I mean, at least they blew something for it.
Come closer.
Seems really bad. Yeah, we don't have 2 people there, man. I'm not gonna be able to stop him at Baron, probably. Oh, we stopped him off Baron.
An ally has been slain.
Wait, did they get Baron? Oh, they got. Did they get? They got Baron. Okay, I thought we stopped him. Okay, my bad. I guess they got it like right as I ulted or something, or right as I did my stuff in the pit. Wait, why are we all TPing to random stuff? Yeah, they got Baron. Okay.
Such a busy world.
No, yeah, I just don't have wards. Like, yeah, I hate using stuff on the support, but like,
Enemy double kill.
no, J4 is actually building tankier than usual. He's just, God, he's 1-11. I just noticed that.
Things aren't always what they seem.
Destroyed. Has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
I don't know. J4 is a good champ right now. He's just making bad decisions on him, I guess. Well, yeah, I mean, we'll get Rylai's at the end. I mean, they don't have that much stuff we need to kite, though. Like, Mordecai's are sort of, but... I mean, if I have Leandri's, I'm getting Rylai's, most likely. The only other, like, possible option would be Void Staff, but they don't have any magic resist, so... I got flanked by North. Yeah, it's probably game, man. We just couldn't carry hard enough. Like, we dominated, completely obliterated bot lane. Vayne was like 11-2 or something. I was like 5-2-10 for most of the game, but then it was like Jarvan's 1-12. Aatrox 4-9. It's just like, it's so hard to win in most metas, but especially in this meta if your jungler's bad. Like, because they just determine so much tempo in the game. We had chances though. I mean, we still could have won. And maybe I shouldn't have ulted the blitz. I didn't think everyone was going to go all in on that though. I just wanted to get him low I'm getting kind of desperate too because we just keep throwing. I was like, okay, if we can like get someone low or maybe even take them. She's dead, right? Okay. How are they not dying? What? I just deleted all of them. Hashtag Vayne. I mean, she had like 11 kills, still can't carry. Well, it's a series. I'm in promo, so I can't dodge, and I've dodged 3 times tonight. 2 or 3 times. Fuck, I'm gonna hate myself in the morning. I don't think you should dodge promos most of the time. I think I probably better just call it for the night there. I know, you know, people want to see the series, but I've got to get up in like 5 hours, and I still have probably 2 hours of prep for tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't really get to sleep much this evening either. Sometimes I try to sleep in the evening just so I can kind of store up a little bit. I didn't get to sleep very much. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there, and then we'll play some more tomorrow. We'll try to play a little bit extra, and I'll see if I can get on earlier tomorrow. Yeah, I know, it sucks, but, like, I have to get up, like, 6:30 is the absolute latest I can get up to make it happen. Well, that's not even that much. Like, last week, I didn't even go to sleep last Tuesday because I was up for, like, 6 hours working on stuff. There's this really kind of, like, convoluted... I don't want to say convoluted, but just, like, very different curriculum from what I'm used to teaching at one of these universities. And so that's what's taking all of this stuff. No, I have to get up at 6:30 to get my daughter ready to go to daycare. And, like, the fastest I can get her ready and, like, out the door is, like, 15 minutes. And then... I have to commute over there. It's like 45-minute commute. And, you know, you just got to be ready. Anytime it's a commute like that, if there's some kind of accident or just some kind of slowdown or whatever with traffic, you know, you got to leave yourself a little bit of wiggle room. And then you have to get in there, you know, set up everything, set up the, you know, your laptop and pull everything up. Give my, you know, ancient laptop like 5 minutes to boot up. My wife got it for like $75 from something, like her office was selling these old used laptops. But anyways, we'll be back tomorrow. So Zyra's feeling pretty good for the most part. So we might see some more Zyra. We might revisit Rakan a little bit. I might try some Yumi out. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting 8 to 10 in one setting. Like these days, you know, on a school day, I'm getting like 4 is a luxury. Like 2 days ago, I had 2 hours, and then last Thursday, I had 0. I just actually literally stayed up all night. But, anyways, yeah, I have to, Ricardo, man. I got to get up in like 5 hours, and I still have like 2 hours of prep. Live stream the lesson from home. Don't think that would go over very well with the administrators, Sadie. Sadie's like, oh, are you getting up? Does that mean you want to feed me more? Okay, but anyways, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll have the support tier list ready for you by tomorrow. And yeah, be sure to check out the patch notes that I released today. And yeah, we'll see everyone next time. Have a great